people of Ukraine.
Thousands of soldiers from Fort Stewart are being deployed to Europe. President Biden says U.S. troops won't fight in Ukraine, but they're going to support NATO allies. Communities are showing support for those troops going overseas. Military families say that support is especially important right now, and deployments, they're not just difficult for partners, they can also be hard for children to understand.
In the recent years, we've been through several of my dad's packing his bags, is he leaving? The border situation that was going on, the DC situation, the recent events in Afghanistan, and now, my husband has had to pack his bags and have them waiting to know if he's going to get that call.
She says it's important for parents to be honest with their children while still explaining the situation at a level they can understand. So many people are worried about loved ones or friends in Ukraine. If you need to get in touch with someone, here's an opportunity to call them for free. If you use AT&T, you have unlimited long-distance calling from the U.S. to Ukraine. They say you may still get alerts, but your account will reflect the waived charges. That runs through March the 7th.
Politics now, and today we're and a brand new baby with a well-timed
time and temp hurt.
Come on in to Davis Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. It's tax time, so when that refund comes in, it's the perfect time to get the appliances you've always wanted. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
Joe, you've earned it. Join Checkers Rewards for a free Buford or Mother Cruncher.
Come on in to Davis Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. It's tax time, so when that refund comes in, it's the perfect time to get the furniture you've always wanted. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
The birth of a baby is always special, but for one Atlanta family, their newborn son came right on time, keeping a family tradition alive.
Okay, this is crazy. Both mom and dad were born on February 22nd, just 1 year apart. Now Mary Smith brings us the story of their son's grand entrance on February 22nd, 2022.
That I love you so much, and I can't wait till you grow up, man.
And you're so perfect.
For this Atlanta family, there's one day of the year,
And he was 19 and a half inches.
like no other.
That day has been special since we've got together. Like, we go all out every year. It's crazy.
Mother Sydney Donovan and father Idris Malik Ibn Payne were both born on February 22nd, just 1 year apart. First-time parents, they were expecting their little boy in the beginning of March. But I guess fate had other plans.
Everybody kept asking me, oh, he could be born on your birthday. And I was just like, yeah, he could. We already share a birthday.
On Tuesday, the couple rushed to Emory University Hospital in Midtown since Idris Malik Ibn Payne II was on his way.
He wanted to come on our birthday as well.
That's what he did.
So that's what he did.
Yep.
I definitely didn't think it was going to happen.
And he was born right on time at 10:40 at night.
9:40.
Military time.
A healthy baby boy weighing about 6 pounds and 9 ounces.
This day we'll be celebrating him from now on.
That's right. He steals the show when it comes to birthdays. Now, mom and dad can take a back seat.
Oh, of course. Yeah, mom and dad aren't going to be getting anything for birthday from here on out.
But what are the odds there? Some math person could tell us.
I know. They need to buy a lottery ticket is what they need to do.
And at least have 1, 2 circled on it.
Yeah,
At least
I think
one
so.
of them.
Cool
All
stuff
right.
there. What are the odds of that, Riley?
Yeah, and born on the 22nd hour. That's pretty crazy.
I mean, come on.
I know. I do have a 22-year-old cousin that turned 22 on February 22nd last week.
Impressive.
So the twos keep on going. But not too many twos in our forecast.
That's a great thing, actually.
No 20s in our forecast. We are going to stay above freezing for the next several days. But take a look back at the month of February. It will go down in the books as above average. For average highs, we're close to 5 degrees above normal. When you factor in the high and low temperature, the average temperatures was still close to 3 degrees above average temperatures Saturday and Sunday.
From near freezing to the 80s. There we go again. Riley, thanks. A student pilot crash lands his plane in the Savannah River.
Mayday, Cherokee 520 Whiskey, have a complete engine failure.
The rescue just ahead. First at 5.
The live-by camera now.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how?
Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope, we use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission products. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we do better when our clients do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
I've traveled.
South Carolina lawmakers have characterized the state's Department of Health and Environmental Controls as unwieldy and at times inefficient. The 3,500 employee department oversees environmental affairs, statewide public health, and healthcare facilities, among many more responsibilities in between. Our State House reporter Mary Green joins us now in Columbia with the details on a push to dissolve DHEC completely. Mary, what would the timeline be for such a major shift?
Well, Meredith, if this bill is signed into law as it's currently written, all these changes would need to be in effect by June 30th of 2023. But well before then, the the legislation could face its first big vote when it's on the agenda for a meeting of the Senate Medical Affairs Committee this Thursday.
A product of many, many hours of work by staff and members of the Medical Affairs Committee and people that will be impacted by this.
The bill would dissolve DHEC and create two new cabinet-level agencies, the Department of Behavioral and Public Health and the Department of Environmental Services. Behavioral and Public Health would take over DHEC's health responsibilities and subsume the Department of Mental Health and the Department of Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse Services, both of which would cease to exist. DHEC's environmental control function would become the Department of Environmental Services, which would also take over the Department of Natural Resources' current Water Resources Division. Meanwhile, two of DHEC's other current responsibilities, overseeing veterans' nursing homes and food safety programs, would shift to the Departments of Veterans Affairs and Agriculture, respectively.
I think it's a great work product, and having the ability to put focus on areas that need focus and opportunities of bringing folks that have like minds of services like the behavioral health services together.
In a statement, DHEC says, we stand ready to work with our partners and employees to put into place any changes to our structure should this or any other bill become law, with the ultimate goal of ensuring the implementation is as seamless as possible for the people we serve and our employees. And the new chair of the board that oversees DHEC told lawmakers earlier this month he believes the idea behind this bill is a good one, but he does want more information on how it could affect the state, specifically how it could impact, the state's spending and how much it could cost or save the state financially. Reporting live from the South Carolina State House, Mary Green, on your side.
All right, thanks for that, Mary. If passed in the Senate, the bill would move over to the House of Representatives, and then if it's passed there, to the governor's desk, and we'll be watching.
Check this out. A close call in the skies above Savannah. The Coast Guard rescuing a student pilot from the Savannah River over the weekend. Flynn Snyder takes us to the moments the pilot knew his plane was going down.
Hey, Mayday. Turkey 520 Whiskey. I have a complete engine failure. Turkey 520 Whiskey, Roger. You got Savannah in sight? Yeah, I'm not going to make it.
A close call in the skies above Savannah. These radio communications show the moment the student pilot knew he wasn't going to make it back to the airport.
Realized early on that he was not making it back to the field and that the river was most likely where he was going to end up, so he focused on doing what he was supposed to do.
Rescue teams from the U.S. Coast Guard are praising the student pilot's quick actions that helped him land his plane in the Savannah River. Members from the Coast Guard say the Piper Cherokee plane suffered an engine failure after taking off from Savannah Hilton Head International Airport.
And that's where my piloting skills become almost envious of his, because he had the capacity to know right then and there, I'm not going to make it.
The plane coming down just north of the city, which is when nearby Coast Guard members say they heard the distress calls.
Our brains immediately kicked into, okay, this is something real. We started heading that way. This is all lining up.
Crews say others in the area saw the pilot standing on the plane's wing before swimming over to the riverbank, which is when the Coast Guard airlifted him from the site. The pilot was the only person on board and did not suffer any serious injuries. Rescuers say the pilot was calm after being rescued despite the crash.
He was very fortunate to be in that state and had the wherewithal. He had his backpack with him, he had his phone, he had his car keys, like he was ready to go. I don't know how his brain was able to put all that together so fast, but he did.
And ultimately avoided a situation that crews say could have ended much worse.
If he would have caught one side wheel over the other, it would have created an initial drag point, it would have spun him, would have flipped him, and that type of rapid deceleration would most likely have caused injury to the young man. So he had to have put it down in such a manner that was dang near perfect. And if he was a student pilot being able to do that, hats off to him, man. Like, holy smokes.
So only perfection required. Kind of shades of Sully Sullenberger on a much smaller scale, but he was able to land that smooth as glass on the water there. Again, this is the Savannah River in Savannah, which, as we all know, you have to dodge some container ships every now and then in a very busy stretch of the Savannah River. Just amazing.
So if you're going to crash, I guess that's the way to do it.
Just the way to do it. Maybe he should practice with some of those the water planes. Riley can tell us what those are called, but he might really adapt well to those ski planes.
Wow. All right. Well, if you want to get outside this weekend and run a 5K while supporting the Children's Hospital of Georgia, you can do just that. They're hosting the Heart and Soul 5K. It starts at 9 a.m. at the hospital. You will run through downtown Augusta, and you'll end back up at Chog again. Money from the event helps update medical equipment, provide summer camps, and support other hospital needs. If you don't want to run, you can also make donations. It's such a fun event. I did it one year in a tutu. Lots of people dress up all fun and crazy for this, so it's a lot of fun.
Hey, and the weather looks great this weekend for that 5K going.
All right, thanks for that, Riley. Colin McGill charged with murder after he's accused of selling someone a drug laced with fentanyl. Now, McGill is going in front of a Columbia County judge. What we learn in the courtroom just ahead on News 12 first at 5.
Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. It's tax time, so when that refund comes in, it's the perfect time to get the furniture you've always wanted. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
.com to get started. We're here for you and your family at Rhodes Law Firm.
My career is focused on helping the injured because I can relate to that. I don't just sympathize. I know how all it takes is a single second to change your entire life. Being an attorney isn't just a job for me, it's who I am. My name is Fatima Zaidan, and I'm an attorney at the Eichholz Law Firm. I get it. I've been there, and I'm dedicated to fighting for you.
Hey everybody, it's me, Tracy
Turnblad.com.
Come on in to Davis Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. It's tax time, so when that refund comes in, it's the perfect time to get the furniture you've always wanted. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
Closed captioning.
Furniture.
Closed captioning for News 12 is brought to you by Kenneth Nugent. From the station that's on your side, News 12, first at 5, continues.
Today, Alex King would have turned 30. Instead, the man accused of murdering him appeared in court. But the murder weapon wasn't a gun or a knife. The groundbreaking charge comes after King overdosed on pills investigators say were laced with fentanyl.
And that happened nearly 2 years ago. Now Colin James McGill facing felony murder charges for allegedly selling the fentanyl that killed King. Today, a judge denying him bond. Columbia County District Attorney Bobby Christine says this type of aggressive charge for drug dealers is new and rare, but he wants this case to send a message.
Today, our Kennedy Harris was live in the courtroom as McGill faced the judge, and now she joins us from Columbia County. Kennedy, what happened today in court?
Well, after very emotional pleas from Alex King's mother and stepfather, the judge made a swift decision to deny bond for Colin McGill. Colin McGill also had family in the courtroom. His father and boss spoke on his behalf. His boss said McGill has been a loyal employee, working as a plumber for his company for 6 years, rarely missing a day. His attorneys argued his past charges, which include marijuana distribution, were just misdemeanors he committed when he was young. He told the judge McGill is not a flight risk. He'd be living with his father here in Columbia County while he was on bond. Assistant District Attorney Natalie Payne argued McGill should be held without bond because of his past offenses and because holding him would prevent him from distributing drugs to others. The judge agreed on that and denied bond. Alex King's family tells us today they should be anywhere but here.
Today's my son Alex's birthday. He would have turned 30 years old. Never in my life would I have imagined having to spend any time here with the person accused of his murder, especially on his birthday.
There's one thing about this case that the defense and the DA's office both agree on, is that charges like this are rare. Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we'll look at why the defense attorneys say there's no chance these charges will hold up in court.
Kennedy, thanks for the live update there from Columbia County.
Against. Before this was signed into law, people who oppose the change threatened legal action. We've reached out to see if that has been filed, but we have not heard back, at least not yet. In a little more than 24 hours, President Joe Biden will deliver his first State of the Union to Congress. The message comes amid conflict between Ukraine and Russia, but South Carolina Representative Jim Clyburn says there are positives like the infrastructure bill.
And remind people that the glass is half full. And the naysayers may want to hop on that pot that's empty, but we are going to continue to work to fill up the glass.
Georgia Representative Austin Scott says inflation, however, is a major concern.
We're seeing those price increases in energy bills as well, and I think that if you look at what the administration's doing with gas and groceries and energy, the American citizens are going to continue to see those prices until there's a backstop to the administration and the policies that are increasing them.
You can watch the State of the Union right here on News 12 coming up tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Well, starting tomorrow, students and staff at Richmond County Schools don't have to wear a mask. That announcement coming Friday, the same day the CDC said a lot of Americans can take a break from a mask. They're basing these new guidelines on 3 factors: new hospitalizations, hospital capacity, and COVID cases. On this map behind me, the yellow you see represents medium community risk levels. That's where many of our Georgia counties fall right now. That means they only recommend you wear a mask if you're at high risk for severe illness. Meanwhile, let's check the numbers in South Carolina. If we can get South Carolina to load for us, there it is. In South Carolina, the counties, a lot of them are orange, which is a high risk situation. It means everyone should still wear a mask inside in certain situations. Well, check this out, this graph tracking patients at local hospitals since the start of this year, and you can see AU Health, University Hospital, Doctors Hospital, all coming down from the Omicron peak. Claire Allen joins us in the studio now with a look at cases in Georgia and what doctors are saying about the next phase of this pandemic. Claire.
The average positive test rate has dropped drastically. January 1st, 33.1% of everyone who tested for COVID was positive. The peak was January 6th, with a positivity rate of 37.1%. But let's take a look at last Friday. We were down to 6.4%. We've came a long way in the fight against COVID. Doctors at AU say we have fewer COVID cases, fewer hospitalized patients, and fewer deaths, which is a good thing.
We're certainly in a better place than we were a month or 2 ago.
On January 28th, Richmond County had nearly 3,000 cases. Just last Friday, that number was down to 418. In just one day, on January 19th, 360 people tested positive in Richmond County. Last Friday, just 34 people tested positive.
Test positivity rate, and we're way down. That means that right now we're at 5%, meaning that for every 20 people who get tested, only one of them, 5%, will test positive. That's way down from a month or so ago when 30% across the state of Georgia.
MacArthur says even though it may seem like there's less virus around, we should still stay vigilant to keep the virus at bay.
Everyone should get vaccinated. If you continue to socially distance, if you're concerned, that will help as well.
While most of us can drop the mask for now, don't toss it away just yet. Masks are still required in hospitals, airports, planes, and public transportation, and some government buildings.
All right, thank you for that update, Claire. We are looking at a warm work week up ahead, well above. All right, thank you for that update, Claire. We are looking at a warm work week up ahead, well above average high temperatures. We'll have that full forecast for you coming up.
And strolling away the winter blues, how a group of Columbia County moms is finding friendship while getting fit. That's just ahead on News 12, first at 5.
Time and temp.
Business.
These new Checkers fried seasoned chicken tenders are for Joe. Joe wants his son's project to be #1, so we took our #1 famous seasoned fries and put that blend of spices on some white meat chicken. Enjoy your new fried seasoned tenders, Joe. You've earned it. Join Checkers Rewards for a free Buford or Mother Cruncher.
News 1226, introducing the new standard in CSRA News, bringing you real-world information in a virtual environment, where your news, weather, and sports come to life in an unprecedented way. News 1226, on your side.
Staying fit while making friends. This group of Columbia County moms is back at it again, exercising together outside for the first time since before winter. Our Will Volk introduces us to the organization Fit for Mom.
There was a woman who was so strong and mommy, what's her name? Oh,
It's a workout program
why?
for new moms.
Kicking that leg back. So a lot of people think, oh, you're just another walking group, but this is an actual, real workout. Right knee coming up,
Victoria Zarno brought Fit for Mom to Augusta.
going for speed.
Through their stroller program, moms get to try different workouts while their kids look on.
Good job, Sloan.
But Zarno says it's more than that.
You come for the workout, but you stay for the community.
And that's really important to her. She's a military wife, and she knows how it feels moving somewhere new.
I was very lonely. I was very lonely, and I had a really hard time connecting with other people.
She found this program in Maryland and says it made a difference for her. When she moved to our area, she found out we didn't have one.
I knew I had to start one, and I had to bring it because I remembered what it was like being lonely and not feeling like I had a community. Beautiful.
That's why she's happy this program is now here.
Last two.
This doesn't just give moms a chance to work out, but a chance to meet new people, too.
1,
In
2,
Evans,
3.
Will Volk,
Hooray, mommy!
on your
Good job,
side.
Mom, for final 2.
And for you to talk to adults. I remember that, being a new mom and just talking to a little person all day. And you really do need to talk to other
Isn't that the truth?
big people.
You know, when I'm out running and I see a mom pushing a stroller running alongside, I always have to give her respect because just getting out of the house for a little one is a huge production, much less exercising. So good for them. That's a great program, mentally, physically, all the way around.
Of course, and the program meets Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays near the Columbia County Library. So if you're watching this and you want to join and make some new friends, there you go.
Yeah, you can register on their website. It's Fit for Mom. That's the numeral 4, fitformom.com. The first class, they say, is free.
And the weather looks great for it. I mean, they had nice weather out there today, and for the rest of the week, no rain chances. So looking very comfortable outside.
Get out there and push that kid.
Absolutely. Great program.
I think dads could probably join too,
I've seen that
if there are
too.
any stay-at-home dads. There you go.
Absolutely. I'm free for my morning, so.
Oh, there you go.
A little workout group.
Do you have a little announcement for us, Riley?
I knew that was probably going that way. No, I don't.
You do have 2 little pups, though.
I
Maybe
do have
you
2
could be the fur dad.
That doesn't count, but maybe one day. I'll have a workout group one
Puppies
day.
are a gateway.
There we go.
They are a gateway drug, Riley.
That is. All right, we have seen a very warm.
Yeah, I'm sure they're big targets for cyber attacks, Jamie Tucker. We have a full list of those resources on our website, wrdw.com. Again, this is the UNICEF website if you want to donate. You can also find this information on our WRDW app.
A bill that allows most adults to carry concealed weapons without a permit could land on the floor of the Georgia Senate as early as today. People in favor of the bill point out gun buyers already have to pass a federal background check to get a gun from a licensed retailer, but opponents argue it doesn't account for private sales of guns when there is no FBI background check.
A team at Augusta University honored for their innovative idea after making a device encouraging you to use hand sanitizer. They call it Happy Hands, and here's how it works. When you walk near a hand sanitizing service station, the device actually flashes a red frowny face. If you stop to clean your hands, you get the green smiley face to flash at you. It's all about positive reinforcement. The team made this back in 2020, just a few months after the start of the pandemic, but they won a statewide award recently from the Partnership for Inclusive Innovation for their role in the community. Okay, parents, if you have young kids in Richmond County, you can sign up for pre-K starting tomorrow. That application is for the 2022-2023 school year. A child is eligible if they'll be 4 years old on or before September 1st. The 60 pre-K classes are at all elementary schools across Richmond County's district, except C.T. Walker Magnet School. You can find the form on our website, and you have until April the 11th to submit it.
Tomorrow is March 1st, which means March Madness is just around the corner. But before we get to the big dance, we got to see who wins the conference tournaments. Nick Proto is here with the latest Peach Belt and SEC tournament news.
Augusta University has been ranked a top 25 team in Division II all season long. They finished the regular season as conference champs, and the road to the Peach Belt Championship will run through Christenberry Fieldhouse. The Jags will host Georgia Southwestern in the first round of the conference tournament. Augusta won both regular season matchups by an average of 12.5 points. USC Aiken also gets a home game in the first round. The fourth-seeded Pacers will take on Columbus State. USC Aiken lost both games in the regular season, but just by a combined 3 points, so two very evenly matched teams there. Here's a look at the men's bracket. You can see both AU and USC Aiken are on the top half, so if they win their first round games, we will have a local-on-local matchup for a spot in the Peach Belt Championship. The tournament starts tomorrow, and we will crown a winner on Saturday. To Division I now, the Gamecock women are the top seed in the SEC tournament. That gives them an automatic bye to the quarterfinals, where they will face the winner of Arkansas and Missouri. Meanwhile, Georgia comes in as the 6th seed. They will play the winner of Bama and Auburn. The Dogs beat the Tide this year, but lost to the Tigers. Right?
All right, thank you for that, Nick. We are looking at a warm and dry work week, which means our